Hello everyone, I am Renown Zero, and we are back again talking about some more Riververse detractors. We're going to be talking about just a simple statement from Dick Masterson. And oh yeah, and I forgot to mention we're going to talk about Matt Garbo because apparently he thinks he knows something about business, even though his YouTube channel is absolutely dead. He's been caught before false flagging people, lying about it, then getting caught doing it, and somehow, some way, he thinks he knows something about business, even though he's failed at running one. Never take advice from someone who sinks their business into the ground. You're never going to get far with that. But we're going to start here, of course, with Alphacore #1 campaign, refreshing it really quick. As of recording of this video, currently sitting at $934,726, selling almost 16,000 comics so far, with 8,773 total purchasers. You can check out the official animated trailer here. We got some of the story down here. You can see some of the artwork from Joe Bennett, written by the legendary Chuck Dixon. Got some benchmarks down here. 1 million for a Riververse Studios shirt, and a couple of other things down here. You can choose any cover you like. Of course, they're all available. However, cover C is only limited to 5,000 copies, so get in where you fit in. It is both foiled and embossed at $50. Or you can go over to the regular Rippaverse store and get yourself some Rippaverse merch like the comics hoodie, ISOM #2, ISOM posters, Rippaverse shirts, ISOM hats, Bloodroot posters, and other merchandise. Moving on over to the next campaign that I'm showing off. Blade Devil 2, Chains of Blood from Raging Golden Eagle and Toxic Man Baby, sitting at currently 145,490 with 1,549 backers. This, of course, has multiple covers, 4 covers as well. You can see some of the beautiful artwork here. If you're into that more anime, manga style, you can go ahead and pick this one up. I highly recommend it. I read the first Blade Devil. I absolutely enjoyed it. I picked up all 4 covers because I wanted all the cards, and I wanted all the covers, especially considering they're all going to be foil covers. You get 69 pages of story plus 2 supplemental stories here. You can check out all the different covers. Cover A, cover B, get cover C, or limited summer wraparound cover. I believe there's only 23 out of 100 have already been claimed, so get in where you fit in. You also get this card if you buy that cover. You get this card if you sign up for the pre-launch and back any physical perk. You can also do an add-on for Blade Devil 1 with this campaign, or if you want to grab it sooner, you can get it from this campaign or Sick Fox Studios Unlimited. If you don't care too much about the damage covers, you just want to read the book, you can get it for $10 and get it right away. Also moving on to Joe Ball, 300-page graphic novel. There are 3 different versions of this book. You can get it in the manga edition for all you manga readers out there. Imagine 300 pages for $18 manga style, $30 for the line art edition, and $45 for the colored edition. Check out some of the colors here. You'll get stuff like this. This is for your color version. This will be your line art, and this will be your manga style. Pick it up here today. I'll have the links below in the description for all 3 of these campaigns. So we're gonna move over to Matt Garbo here, right? Just gonna quickly find the quote tweeted thing that I need here. We're gonna be doing it live. Go ahead and find the tweet that I need, which will be right here. Breaking: Alphacore is dying. Alphacore is Airrick July's The Marvels. On day 6, Alphacore's sales revenue was $907K, while ISOM 2 sales revenue was higher at $1.4 million. The difference in revenue between Alphacore and ISOM 1 on this day was $518,000, indicating that ISOM 2 makes significantly more in sales than Alphacore. The campaign is still going till January, so you're an absolute idiot. And then once again, like I said in the beginning of this video, you don't have any business sense. So why are you judging someone else's campaign, comic book, or anything that you shouldn't be judging? You have a failed YouTube channel. You were caught lying about false flagging other YouTubers. And plus, this is a #1 for a completely different character. The main draw of the universe is ISOM, because that's literally the main person of that launched the whole entire universe. Where Alphacore was introduced in ISOM 1, Aira was introduced in ISOM 1, even Michael and other characters were introduced in ISOM 1. Also Santuan. Total number of purchases for Alphacore was 8,437, whereas ISOM 2 had a higher number of purchases at 11,814. There was also a negative difference in the number of customers/orders between Alphacore and ISOM 2, with negative 3,377 more purchasers opting for ISOM 2 than Alphacore on day 6. You'll continue to say, oh, if anything, I'm autistic for data, which is what I'm showing here. But yet, you're wrong, of course. You want to sit up here and act like people can't purchase the product after the fact, right? That it ain't doing well, apparently, according to you, and the Riververse is in shambles. You're only going by pre-order campaigns, and you're neglecting that these current books cost less than the previous two, and you're neglecting that this is a brand new character they introduced that isn't ISOM. If anything, you guys just want Cope. To which, of course, Matt responds with, I love the Cope that you espouse in all your replies. You want to chalk this up to just as a pre-order campaign, but the only data that we have to look at is what Airrick puts out there, which is something only he controls. Yeah, because he doesn't want people with addresses, and he doesn't want you to know who his customers are. So we have no way of knowing if he's being honest or not. Additionally, there's a lack of excitement for Alphacore, and that probably has a lot to do with the fact that books 1 and 2 of ISOM just suck. Sounds like an opinion that you think is gospel, as always. The fan base is dwindling, it's not growing, which is quite telling considering the talent that he acquired to write the book. We got Bruce here talking about, no matter how hard you spin this, Alphacore is a new IP from the Riververse, and it's going to pass 1 million with reduced pricing. There's no such thing as dwindling because this is a book 1, and the market for Alphacore is currently being established. Dirty Sand has a good point. Imagine Nike comes out with a new shoe line that sells less than their Air Force Ones, but still does crazy good in sales in its own right, establishing a new market for said line. They're dwindling. Fat Jumbo, probably. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. To which Matt Jarbo responds, of course, the money isn't the issue. There isn't a growing fan base, according to you. It's incorrect. The numbers show there's less interest. Yes, it will hit 1 million with Yairo doing worse. I highly doubt that. More people were interested in Yaira over the Alphacore. But you wouldn't know that because you don't look into anything. Of course, you're just like every other dummy on the internet who does zero research, and you just spew garbage takes and stupid takes into the internet. That's the point. Airrick treats you like a piggy bank, and you gleefully play the part. To which Bruce responds, the arrogance of a man sweating another man's money is laughable. You have to be a narcissist at the highest level to feel your opinion is law, and somehow people enjoying supporting something you don't like is us being treated like a piggy bank. Learn humility, it helps. It absolutely does, which it seems to me like he hasn't gained any humility since he's become irrelevant. Moving over to Alf Riververse goalposts. We'll start here. OBS, says Walter Skoll. Cost is always determined by demand. If demand was high, the price would be higher. This is the simplest economic principle. Nothing but an Airrick July shill. Can't spell word to dick. To which Riververse Goalpost responds, we got an expert on economics, insinuating that the only reason Alphacore number 1 is lower price than ISOM is because there's lower demand. How can this be true when Alphacore's audience is being established, considering it's brand new? Heck, the entire Riververse is new. And of course, he pointed out the fact that he can't spell. Worthless shit. Right? Because once again, getting and securing better deals for printing somehow isn't the reason why their books cost less. Good observation there, bud. Is Alphacore the superhero cops book Airrick had planned? Because it's effing hilarious that he would put out propaganda being an anarchist. Says Alphacore's cop propaganda, detractors are not sending their best. No, they are not. Of course, we have a good old Puma Fist talking about people who support Airrick July are zombies, apparently. Man stands in front of fire, rants about successful businessmen. Ripper has handlers. He's following an agenda. It's a Glenn Beck agenda, a Blaze agenda. Oh, that's two sips of water. One for Glenn Beck and one for the Blaze.
That just go out of their way to follow somebody else, being a follower. I really don't understand it. You know, and a lot of these people think that people like Airrick July are leaders and that they're, you know, coming up with their own opinions and shit like that. No, it's not the case. You have to understand, even Ripa has handlers. He's following an agenda.
Yeah, his handlers are what you would consider customers, the people that pay for the product and support his work, that allows him to do more stuff like working for studios animation and making more books and hiring more artists and hiring more writers and hiring more warehouse staff. Yeah, okay, bud.
It's a Glenn Beck agenda. It's a Blaze agenda. You're foolish to think otherwise.
No, you're an idiot to think that that's actually true. It's a BS lie that's been made up for so long, simply because he was a contracted employee for the Blaze. All of a sudden, Glenn Beck and the Blaze have money to just hand to Eric July to make this book, even though he's been saving for years to create this thing. Alphacore looks to be taking another 50% dive from ISOM 2's numbers. At this rate, by book 5, he won't be making enough money to keep the lights on. Again, Alphacore is a separate book from ISOM. Alphacore could have a different audience from ISOM. Did you ever think of that? No, you typically don't think of that because none of you idiots ever think. You never put it in your heads that maybe there's a different audience for each type of character. It's like saying, let's put out a Santuan book, and there might be a different audience for Santuan, or there might be a different audience for Jarbo, there might be a different audience for Bloodroof. It's the same situation when it comes to even DC Comics. Like, they have Batman books, Superman books, Wonder Woman books. Each book will have a different audience. Not everyone's going to buy every single hero. But of course, these people just think from ISOM 2 to Alphacore number 1 that's somehow a drop. It's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Then we got good old Airrick. This is something completely different, though. This has to do with the Marvels. So this is, why do straight men not want to see powerful women in movies? Misogyny.
I wonder what the problem is. Anyway, getting back.
The problem is the movie sucks.
Back to the statement about women. So if you're saying that women-led movies are girl brands and they're only for women, does that mean that movies with black leads in it are only for black people? Or that movies with gay characters in lead roles, those are only for gay people?
No. No, that is not what Chris Gore is saying. He's specifically saying that taking brands that have been known to be boy brands, that have a mostly male audience, not saying there wasn't a female audience for Star Wars and Marvel, but taking those brands and trying to appeal them more to women, even though women were already watching said brands, is a stupid idea.
Trans people, whatever it is, just assign any of those things. Because if you're saying that, then you are admitting that you believe that movies with straight white men in the lead roles are pandering and catered to and only made for straight white men.
That's not what he's saying at all. You're really stupid. You are really a stupid individual. I don't understand how you come up with the stupid things that you say. Seriously. A movie like Blade wasn't pandering to black men. Blade was just being a Blade film. It was just being a film that was about Blade deleting vampires, removing vampires from existence, and people of all races were able to like Blade. I like Blade. Blade's awesome. Wesley Snipes as Blade is fantastic, especially the introduction to him at the beginning of the film. What are you on about?
Because you're always like, oh, anybody can come see these movies. They're for everybody. So why can't these movies be for everybody? Why do?
Because they're not written to be for everybody. That's why. Movies like Blade are written better than this. They're not pandering Blade to black men. There's no agenda in the movie Blade. It's similar to how a movie like Barbie is written for women. It's not really a movie made for men. It was a movie made for women. But that movie made a ton of money, over $1 billion. I don't see this movie making over $300 million. And even then, it's not breaking even, it's losing money.
Why are these movies in your community pigeonholed as only for a particular demographic when it is not led by a man? When it's not led by a straight person?
because it's not written just to be a story. It's written with an agenda. All these characters, well, especially Captain Marvel. Marvel was a dude. Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel. But they made Miss Marvel into Kamala Khan, and they made Captain Marvel into Carol Danvers. But I don't need to talk about this guy anymore. Let's move over to Dickie Boy over here, who wants to say another fire sale happening to unload dead inventory of the Ripperverse. Are you seriously saying some retarded shit like you always are? Seriously, why do you continue to say silly things that make no sense? This is literally part of the campaign. It's right here. The first appearance pack, you dummy. Do you see a sale here? I'm pretty sure this is the normal price. Why? Because ISOM 1 is $8 and Alphacore is $28. So you get a discount, of $1, what it seems like, right? And you get the first appearance of Alphacore, which was ISOM 1, and you get one of the 3 covers. Cover D, cover A, cover B. Cover C is not in here because it's a $50 book. As always, you always make yourself look stupid. You try to sound smart, but you really are stupid. I think at the end of the day, these people just love to make themselves look silly. These people just love to make themselves look stupid. They just spew nonsense into the world, and they just want to sound smart when they're not smart. They always do everything possible to make themselves look silly. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button, comment below how you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that we get notifications anytime I post a new video or live stream, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.